It's pretty amazing that a Norwegian guy that had never been to Asia could meet a girl living in Vietnam, marry, and they both moved to Norway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the signal sign will be turned off shortly.
This is really an occurrence that could only happen in the era of the internet and social media. It's a very unlikely romance for sure. After Morton and I visited with An's parents in Hanoi, they shot on down here to Ho Chi Minh City, and I was able to visit with them a while, and I shot a little interview with Morton about how An's adapting and things like that. So we'll get into that now. Hey, this is JR, the expat in Saigon. I'm here with my friend Morton today. He's from Norway, and we're going to talk about how he wound up marrying a Vietnamese girl and everybody moving to Norway, and also about some other things like his hobbies and things like that. How'd you wind up finding a girlfriend in Vietnam, of all places?
It was on the internet.
On the internet?
Yes. I met her there and we started chatting in 2015.
Wow.
In September.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we chatted for maybe 4 or 5 months. Yes.
So you met her the old-fashioned way on the internet.
Okay, yeah. And then I come visit her in January 2016.
Right. That's when I first met you.
Yeah. I stayed here 2 weeks. And it was, we were happy and everything was good. And then I go back to Norway, and then I come back in April.
Yeah.
And then we apply for a tourist visa for her.
Right.
Yeah. And then she came to Norway in May and stayed for 90 days. I went back again in December, and then we applied for a marriage visa.
Mm-hmm.
She got that, and she came to Norway in March 2017.
So you guys got married in Norway?
Yeah.
Not here?
In July 2017.
Okay, because I was kind of curious of what you'd have to go through to get married in Vietnam. I think it's more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little difficult to get all the papers from Vietnam. You have to get papers you are not married in Vietnam to get married in Norway. But then we married in July, and then we stayed ever since.
And
she had to apply for a 1 year temporary visa every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have a residence visa yet.
No, you have to stay at least 3 years, and then you can get a permanent visa after 3 years. But then you have to work and earn money and everything, so you are not
ward of the state or something.
And not go get any social money or something.
Right.
Nothing like that.
How many times have you guys been back here since you got married?
Now this is the first time.
This is the first time.
Haven't been back since 2016.
Right.
December.
And you're on your holiday from work?
Yeah. I have a 1 month holiday.
A 1 month holiday. Our U.S. guys are going to hear that and be real jealous.
Yeah.
we don't get that.
We have 5 weeks every year.
Yeah, we don't get that. I think you're lucky in the U.S. to get 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. And then we have, you call it holiday money.
Yeah.
10.5% every year from the salary goes to the bank or something.
Yeah.
Then you get it when you have holiday.
Oh, that's really great. Great benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is how is she adapting to Norway? I mean, it's a lot colder there, and there's a different language. And
yes, she's learning the language. It's okay because of course it's difficult for her.
Right.
Because the difference between Vietnamese and Norwegian is no, but she goes to school from 9 in the morning to noon. And then she works from 4 o'clock to 9:30 every day.
Yeah.
So no, I was worried she may be freezing to death, but no, maybe -10 outside. She's no problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you had her running a snow shovel yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That
That's
was-
the first thing you have to learn.
That was the one thing I never miss about cold weather, is the
Yeah.
snow shovel.
I hate it too, but
No, you have
sometimes you have to do it.
to do it. What about the day and night thing? Your days and nights are also long, and
In the winter, it's
we don't have much daylight, right?
no, it's you go to work when it's dark and you come home when it's dark.
Yeah.
So in the winter maybe it's start to get a little light around 9, 10, and then 3 o'clock then it's dark.
But she's fine with that too.
Yeah, she's okay.
Well, that's great that she adapted the Norwegian. I've seen the pictures you guys have put online, and it seems like she really enjoys it there, and your family and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's happy.
And the food.
Yeah, she eats some Norwegian food, but we have to go to the Asian store many times to buy noodles and
Noodles
other
and
things.
rice.
Yeah.
I bet so.
And we eat a sandwich in the morning and sandwich to lunch.
Yeah.
And she
Nor-
sometimes, but
In Nor-
she eats the noodles and the soup and the rice, you know.
In Norway, is it the same like in Sweden, where people eat cold cuts and things for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do have the same with breakfast.
Yeah.
That was hard for me to get used to when I was living in Sweden. I had
Okay.
I had to have my regular old bacon and eggs.
Okay.
I didn't get used to that.
Martin has a real interest in automobiles. Not only does he collect RC cars, but he also works at a German auto parts distributor. So he's constantly involved in the auto business. He also bought a new car recently. So I think you can safely say that his interest in cars runs pretty deep. Martin got a new Pocket Osmo, and he's really doing well with it. His interest in video is pretty strong too. He's doing some pretty nice things with his camera already. I've been trying to talk Morton into doing a YouTube channel and sharing his passion for RC cars with the fellow YouTubers. I think they'd enjoy it, and I know he'd enjoy doing it. So maybe we can get him to get started on that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the other thing I was going to talk to you about is you have a real interesting hobby,
Yeah.
and it's not one that everybody has. And why don't you tell everybody about your hobby?
I'm collecting RC cars from Tamiya,
Yeah,
mainly from the 90s when they were made in Japan. Not,
Right.
These days they are made in Indonesia or something,
right.
and everything is.
You're not as in.
No, you can see, you can look at it and see they're doing it the cheap way.
Yeah,
Everything is cheap, plastic. Before it was maybe aluminium or other things,
Right.
but now only plastic, and the boxes are the same. They only put a sticker with the picture of the car. Before they have really nice boxes with the really good pictures.
good printing
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
first class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about the mid-90s is
That's
what I
the-
collect. Yeah.
Stay in that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many of those do you think you have now?
I have maybe 120, maybe.
That's
But
definitely a collection.
Maybe 50 or maybe more than 50 is new in box.
Yeah,
I keep them in the box
yeah.
because it's keeping the value, and it's easier to
Managed
yeah
around the
then you
house.
have boxes like there, not a shelf for everything.
Yeah, it'd take a lot of shelf space
Yeah,
for
yeah,
120
yeah.
something cars. Yeah, well that's great. I hope we get to spend more time together while you're here in in
Stay
Saigon.
2 more weeks, so of course we'll meet.
Yeah, that'd be great. And in a bit, Ann should be here, and
I hope so.
we'll talk to her a little bit about the weather and things like that. See how what her view is on all of and her Norse education.
Yeah. I hope you remember how to cross the street.
Yeah, yeah. a pretty dangerous thing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's great talking to you, and then we'll hop back on when she shows up. Okay, great. The last time we tried to interview An, she didn't show up. She had an appointment, I think, with hair and the makeup and fingernails. So we didn't get to shoot an interview with her to find out how she liked Norway. So, An,
Yeah,
how do you like Norway?
yes, I like Norway.
You do. It's really cold.
Very cold, but I like cold.
You like cold?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you're from Hanoi. Hanoi can be cold too, right?
Hanoi, not snow.
So, what are you doing there? I know you speak Norse now. Did you go to school?
I speak Norway is good. I learn 2 years.
Yeah. You've been studying hard.
Little difficult speaking Norway, but I speaking with husband, my husband.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You know, when I first met you, you spoke English real well. What happened?
Yeah, I know.
Did you forget your English?
I am not forget. I am speaking slow.
Are you working in Norway?
Yes, I working in Norway. I working in a restaurant. I working every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
And you're still going to school?
Yes.
Yes. Wow, busy schedule. Okay, so what day did you guys come here? What day?
I come here Vietnam for Lunar New Year. I go to Hanoi 5 days.
Yeah.
10 I go to Ho Chi Minh.
Right.
25 days.
Okay. Yeah, that's a long trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
You like it. It's nice to be home. And you see all your friends here?
Fan.
Yeah, all your friends.
Yes.
And your son lives here too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that's really great. I think that it's great that you adjusted well to Norway.
I think Norway very good for season winter.
Yeah.
Winter. Winter mga snow.
Yeah.
Spring.
Spring. Summer.
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 Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, summer very good. Or go to swim.
Yeah.
She forgot some English because we only speak Norwegian home together. Only maybe 2% English.
I think I noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we're about finished up with our drinks here, and so why don't we head back over to my house and see what our kiddies are doing over there. After An's interview, we headed back over to the house. All their stuff was staged over there, and it was nearly time for them to go to the airport. They only had a couple hours. So we sat around and talked a bit, and then they headed out. I'll sure miss those guys. I definitely don't get to see them as often as I'd like to. They can only show up maybe once a year or every 2 years. So this was a real great opportunity.
are back in Norway and it's very cold.
Boy, really noisy here in Saigon now. I missed my window of opportunity. It's rush hour. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd sure like having you as part of our group.
All right.